Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is James Elite Hunters, and this is going to be my next installment into my Triple Crown winners. So I have two cards which I've shared in previous videos but not really had a spotlight on one of them, and I have a new pickup which I'm excited to share with you. So the first we're going to lead off is this pickup which I did at the National last year, and that is Christy Matheson with his T206 dark cap. Such a beautiful example. If you're wondering about the back, this is an old mill back, and it was such a prideful pickup for me last year at the National. Let me put this in the background here. So to get into a little bit of Christy Matheson, he won the Triple Crown in 2 years, his first of which was in 1905. It was the first year he'd win that Triple Crown. He posted a 31-9 record, a 1.28 ERA, and 206 strikeouts that year. There was a huge reason why 05 saw Matheson rule the National League in all three major pitching stats, and it was because Roger Bresnahan, who mainly played center field prior to the 05 season with the Giants, now was the starting catcher. He would collaborate with Christy on hitter tendencies, as he had a great recollection of how to play hitters in center field. And the outcome was evident throughout the season, to which he was able to post up career year that year, but none more evident than in the World Series, as he would put up a historic showing in the World Series by shutting out the Philadelphia Athletics in all three of his starts. And that was within 6 days, helping the Giants win their first title. Now, Rick Vintage Eyeball Cards recollected sitting in the stands for those shutouts, and he told me it was simply spectacular. I'm going to take him for his word. Now, in 1908, he'd put up arguably an even greater year, as he posted a 37-11 record, a 1.43 ERA coupled with 259 strikeouts. Unfortunately, they would not have the claim to fame of winning a championship that year, as it seemed like he had nothing left in the tank at the end of the season, as he was on the mound against Mordecai Brown as they dueled each other in a one-game playoff, to which they would lose. He would later admit that he had nothing left on the ball, and unfortunately they weren't able to bring home another championship on his other Triple Crown year. So that's Christy Matheson on his Triple Crown years, one of the greatest pitchers who ever played the game. And next up, let's bring up a hitter to talk about. And this time I'm going to spotlight none other than Jimmie Foxx here with his 1934-36 Diamond Stars card. One of my prideful cards in my collection. This is a grade 6. And I've shared this card in the past. It's my favorite Jimmie Foxx card. Let me put this in the background. So let's talk about his Triple Crown year, which was in 1933. He had a 356 average with 48 home runs and 163 RBIs. 1933 will witness the Beast follow up an epic year from 1932 with his first ever Triple Crown season. Now, it showed that he was living up to his nickname, and he was warranted an MVP that year, which would become back-to-back years that he won the MVP, that being the previous year, 1932. It showed he was very valuable and was truly living up to his nickname, but ironically, it wasn't even his best year. The year previous, where he won his first MVP, that was his best year, in which he had a higher average, higher home run total, and more RBIs. And if you're wondering why he didn't win the Triple Crown that year, it's because the batting title was awarded to Dale Alexander, who hit .367 but only within 124 games. By today's standards, he wouldn't even have qualified for the batting title, and it would have been given to Fox, and that would have been his first Triple Crown year. And for another fun fact, he actually hit 60 bombs that year, and that would have tied Babe Ruth for the all-time home run record. But unfortunately, 2 of those dingers were scrubbed due to rainouts. Nonetheless, 32 was an epic year for him, and 33 would go down as an even more epic year because he won the Triple Crown that year. So last, I'm gonna show you my latest pickup, which is very prideful for me, and this is from Heritage Auctions. I picked this bad boy up, and it's an 1888 Goodwin Champions, my first Goodwin Champions card of Tim Keefe. It's a beauty. Look at the eye appeal on this, and if you're wondering why it's a 1, it's got a little bit of paper loss here, and for that reason it's a 1, but it doesn't even detract anything from this card. The back is almost all there, the front is even better, so it allowed me to get this card for what 2s go for, and 2s that look even worse than this one. So I'm really happy I found this one. Let's scooch this one in there as I get into the career of Tim Keefe. So Tim Keefe was one of the most dominating pitchers of the 19th century. He was the second MLB pitcher to record 300 wins. He was known for being a change of pace pitcher which baffled hitters. One writer wrote in 1890, "No more graceful, skillful, and strategic pitcher ever tossed over the plate to the bewilderment and dismay of opposing batsmen." That's the way he described Tim Keefe. In 1888, he won the Triple Crown with a 32-13 record, a 158 ERA, and 227 strikeouts. That was a unique year for him, as he would hold out at the start of the season for a better contract, as he was getting paid $3,000 the previous year. He wanted now $4,500 for the season. He held out for a whole month, and despite the late start, he would go on to arguably his best year and earning his $4,000 salary. And more importantly, that year, aside from the Triple Crown year that he would go on to post, he would also go on to set the consecutive wins record with 19 in a row from June 23rd to August 10th, a record later tied by Rube Marquardt but never broken. Later that season, he helped also come up with the Nagy uniform, which was the black uniform with the white lettering for the Giants. Those uniforms made a splash, which sold well at the sporting goods store that he also owned with Buchanan. Buchanan being a teammate of his from the Metropolitans. He also partnered with Albert Spalding, to which they later manufactured the Keefe Ball, which is till now the official baseball of the major leagues. That's just a little bit about Tim Keefe. I don't want to drag on and make a big montage about him or monologue, but Tim Keefe was a challenging card for me to pick up and was a huge one for this collection. And I'm now proud to say I own a Goodwin Champion card on top of that. So I got to thank my friend Orlando, who put me onto this card in the auction, and it allowed me to buy this card. So thank you, Orlando. Go check him out at The Collector's Dream. But with that being said, it's now time to check off some names. And as you could tell, I'm almost done with this collection. Let's check off 3 more names. I got Tim Keefe right there. I have Christy Matheson. And I got XX Jimmy Fox right there. So wow, that is a lot of progress right there. So stay tuned, because I have a few more pickups that I need to show you for this collection. It's just a matter of having time with my busy schedule to make videos. But with that being said, I'm gonna wish everyone happy hunting when it comes to cards. I want everyone to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.